Great, so welcome back to grade 7 math. We are now looking at congruence and similarity as a transformation. And so we looked at the three transformations of translation or slide, reflection or flip, and rotation as turn. Now the fourth one is called dilatation. And dilatation basically means grow or stretch. Dilatation. Sometimes it's just called a dilation as well, so they're both really the same thing. Dilatation means that I'm growing or stretching the shape. Either I'm making it, shrinking it, or I'm stretching it larger. Now, a congruent shape means exactly the same. It's exactly the same in terms of the size. So it's exactly the same size, which means that the lengths of the sides are exactly the same. Also, what stays the same are the angles, and that makes the shape the same. Now, similarity means that the angles stay the same, because what it means is that it's the same shape. It's still the same, it's similarly the same shape. So a square will stay a square, a triangle will stay a triangle. And what will happen that changes is that the side lengths are in proportion. So basically all of the side lengths will either be double the length, or all of the side lengths will be half the length, or all of the side lengths will be a certain proportion, so a certain ratio, a certain number times greater or smaller than the original. In fact, actually, even if it stays the same length, it's still also similar. So a triangle that looks exactly the same is still similar to itself, which means this: all congruent shapes, which means if two of exactly the same shape, are also similar shapes because they have the same angles and the side lengths are still in proportion. So if I just look at these two triangles here, I can see that they kind of both look like triangles, so they are similar. I'd have to check the angles, and we'll do this in class to see if the angles are the same. If the side lengths are in proportion, which means that the side lengths are either twice as long or 1.5 times as long, and all of them are in the same proportion, that means that now the shape is now similar to to each other. So let's just review. Congruence means it's exactly the same size, the side lengths, and exactly the same angles, which means the same shape. A similar shape means that the angles are still the same because they're the same shape, but the side lengths could be in proportion, or must be in proportion, which means that all of the side lengths are either of the same, are all the same scale factor. So either 1 times greater, 1.5 times greater, twice as great, or even half as great in terms of the length. So we'll take a look at a couple of examples in class. We'll review these definitions again, but hopefully you understood this lesson.